until they added Battle Royale, it wasn't just.
Yeah.
Pretty popular. Not only that, it was free, and its competitor you have to pay. You know,
Yep.
so it's kind of
Yeah,
the same thing.
there's also the fact with all the events and LTMs. Like I think during when season 2 came out, they started with the new LTMs with the jetpacks, adding new weapons and gears. And since it's still in beta, they have all options to just keep adding new and new content. But then it does go under a cycle, which people like to refer as to the Fortnite cycle, where you have to constantly be popping out content in order for your game to stay alive. Which honestly can be pretty bad for a company, that especially like for lower money companies, since Fortnite's kind of setting that. Oh my god, that's a lot of cards. And maybe games like Dead by Daylight or what else? I don't know any other games that are kind of low there, but games kind of like Dead by Daylight kind of like falling under the bridge a little
I see
bit.
where you're coming from. Gabe, you want to add anything to this conversation, Gabe?
I'm gonna say this now. So, my opinion on Fortnite. Don't get me wrong, it's an okay game, but I don't really think I'm playing it right now, but I didn't really see the big popularity in it, really, to be honest, in my part.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, you don't really understand why it got so popular. It kind of just did, you know?
Yeah, neither did I. I never really understood like the whole. Oh my god, Fortnite is so good.
Yeah,
like,
I wasn't really into that.
Yeah, you were saying, Ninja?
I was gonna say I wasn't really into the battle royale. I was more into like BO3, like those just type of first-person shooter games. And then
yeah,
that's really.
I would expect it just for like mainly the first-person shooters to take over, kind of like with the whole hype up of BO4 and World War II. Even though World War II kind of lacked on launch and a bunch of other stuff, they started getting better and better because they were releasing events and releasing new weapons and content. As like I said before, they're going through the Fortnite cycle, as we like to call it. And you know, everybody was kind of hyped onto World War II, but then Fortnite came out, and everybody was kind of had their eyes glued on that for a while, and it's still eyes glued on.
Yeah, speaking about that, I feel like something bad. I think like Fortnite will, it may have gotten popular, and if people like it, that's fine. But I think one bad thing that came out of it is the battle royale trend. It's being used up like so much, and all the new games have it. Battlefield 5 has it apparently. Black Ops now has it.
Yeah, Black Ops 4 with
and it's
Black
like
Ops.
It's like
pretty soon we're gonna have Uno
cool
Battle Royale
in its own way, but at the same time, that's gonna get overused. And if I see that in every single game that gets released, like so on and so forth, like that, I feel like personally that's gonna piss me off.
Yeah,
it's starting to become kind of like a virus, better said. Kind of it's like the first person trend. How back kind of like in 2010, 2012, when everybody was just playing Modern Warfare. But then it kind of, to me, it became a little bit boring because it just became very mainstream for just FPSs and all just first-person shooters and just going here and there, TDM, this and that. So it's kind of the same thing that's happening with Fortnite and Battle Royale because everybody wants to be Epic Games because of how much money they racked in on a free game.
And it's like that's what kind of basically what happened to BO4 with the Battle Royale. It's basically what happened to Fortnite. They saw that the Battle Royale was doing good at the time, and they wanted to get, quote unquote more clout or just get their game popping. So they thought that since people like Battle Royale, it would go fuck yourself. I mean, it would bring in like more things, like like more people, more money, and like that's really what just everyone's focused on now. Like, is to make their game better than Fortnite, and just not just the Battle Royale, but like. Call of Duty, it also has zombies and multiplayer. So if, in case you get tired of playing Battle Royale, like, oh hey look, there's, could you fuck off please? There's, other things like, zombies, like, like, I don't, like, what's, what, never mind, I forgot.
Yeah, I see what you mean. And I feel like something that the gaming company should understand is the fact that Fortnite got lucky. They came out at the right time, and it got lucky and it got popular.
Yeah.
And I feel like trying to copy it is a waste. You're gonna ruin that idea because since everybody's doing it, well, you're wasting your time on developing these things. And well, I may be wrong. I mean, hell, I'm just a 15-year-old kid who plays a lot of video games. Who the hell am I, right? But
Because
just
I
personally,
feel like
when
it's
you
like,
think about it.
yeah. This is like this is a really stupid analogy or comparison, but with like the releases of Titanfall 2 and Overwatch, how Titanfall 2 was a really kick-ass game, but since Overwatch was released at the same time, it kind of didn't get that much thunder. But with Fortnite and their release date, they kind of just waited and see how PUBG rolled out and just kind of saw what they were doing and how Battle Royale was affecting the gaming community, and well, they waited, and that was a smart move on them because their game is kicking off. They're earning a lot of money, and it's doing the company a lot. Like, look who we have now. We have Marshmello, we have Deadmau5, I think, who plays Fortnite. We have a bunch of other artists. We had the Pro-Am that happened during the summer. They're getting a lot of attention from all kinds of areas. They're getting from the music industry, the any type of industry that's out there, anything that's not gaming related. It has knows what Fortnite is at this point. Kind of like the whole Minecraft thing that happened too. There was a point where everybody knew what Minecraft was, and everybody still knows what it is. Because
they're when that happened, so I don't know
Yeah.
what the hell we were thinking.
But I agree with like you guys saying how it's funky. Like, take a look at Realm Royale. Like, it came out with Battle Royale, but is it as popular as Fortnite? Is it as good as? Because it literally just got lucky. Like, PUBG, and I think H1Z1 were really the only ones that came out to like that were as realistic. But Fortnite just had that more of a cartoon, like just Battle Royale vibe, and also save the world too, where you can like earn V-Bucks and buy the skins to make yourself stand out and look like you're a professional at it and whatnot.
Yeah, I think I see what you're talking about, because I feel like Fortnite is a lot more inviting than PUBG and other things. Other ones are like military tactical shooters where you gotta be really smart about it. But in Fortnite just seems like a casual game. You can play whenever you want, and if your ass is like so what,
Yeah.
Gig, what do you think's your opinion like with how Epic Games kind of like planted their release date when it comes to Battle Royale?
It's smart. I think it's really smart because they took advantage of the time of the Battle Royale, like, fad. Not really fad, but like, yeah.
Popularity.
Idea, yeah.
I think they planned it kind of well in props on their part, but I'm gonna die to the storm anyway. I still don't see why. I mean, Fortnite's a good game and all, but it kind of takes away the fun out of first-person shooters because you never had an option for first-person on this game. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, because the one thing PUBG that I kind of admire is the whole switching between first person and third person that H1 also did. But the way H1 did it, I slightly dislike with the whole third person camera and then first person shooting camera, or ADS. But I understand where you're coming from. And what's weird about Fortnite is that it has this cartoonish aspect and it's like really kid friendly like style to it. Yeah, it's a esport game and it's a game that's taken very seriously and that's been played for a lot of money. And it's just a very interesting game that's impacted the gaming community quite a lot. Considering the fact of all these events, like speaking of events, we have the whole Marshmello event coming out tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time and 1 p.m. Central.
I'm not sure. I have to stop following Fortnite. Like, again, here, like personally, I stopped playing Fortnite like a while ago. I installed it. But then I said, I'm gonna give it another try. And I feel like it's one of those games that, well, me personally, got really stale after a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally,
Like,
I just
because
can't
even
enjoy it anymore.
yeah, Angel, you were gonna say?
I don't know what I was gonna say.
Like
Jay-Z,
even with the LTMs and all,
for you, Jay-Z, you were saying?
yeah, even with the LTMs and all that, it still can be kind of a lame experience. Because all LTMs really do is change up what weapons can be used, or how much time the storm is gonna take, etc., etc. So it's still kind of the same old concept of drop from the plane, grab loot, shoot, and build.
Yeah, like Jay-Z,
Like,
you had to like buy the battle pass to motivate yourself.
Yeah,
And
see, when it comes to me, I stopped playing Fortnite for like about an entire season, just because they got bored of all the bugs and problems, and they weren't really focusing on that. They were focusing more on what skins to release, what new weapons we should pump out, instead of fixing the
yeah,
ones you have already.
money, yeah, whatnot.
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I kind of left it, because you know when it first came out, I actually really enjoyed it. You know, I looked forward playing the game, and it was fun. You know, the building
think
was
everybody
cool,
can.
but it wasn't as
Yeah.
try-harder. You know, like it wasn't something that was as reliable. It was just there. But now, you know, you spam or two or whatever button you have to build, and that's basically how you win the game. And while that may be appealing to some people, to me personally, it's just kind of, you know, ah.
Yeah, it's kind of something that's not appealing to all because that's what drives off new players. Because I know a couple of friends of mine who want to play Fortnite, but the first get build on because of the whole sweaty
Yeah.
aspect. Or since pros like Ninja or people who played games on a basis non-stop or for work, a job,
Yeah.
play the game. Everybody wants to imitate that and be just as good as they are.
But yeah, like you know, like of course they want to be streamers. Like they're finding a way to make money off of Fortnite, but it's like it's not that it ruins the moment. It's just that like you know, if you have a friend who's really been looking forward to play Fortnite and you know just can't like, doesn't have enough space on the phone to download it, or you know just can't download it in general, and they want to get that moment where like they see other people like you know, let's just say if it was their idol, they see them win, and want like you know. Like they just want to see how it feels to get a W, but yeah, it's so hard to do that because you have so much people who, you know, just waste. I don't want to say waste their life, but just are so dedicated to a game that just, you know, just involves building, involves like you know a bunch of more things, and like I could see, I could, like you know like let's just take BO4 for example. I like to play BO4 just because. Or no, not I don't like to play, but you know what I find interesting in the battle royale is that instead of making skins and releasing them, they have OG. So they have like the zombie characters, they have multiplayer characters. You know, they have like just all these different characters. Like, you know, like say if you were a big Zombies fan, your favorite character was Dempsey. Like, you know, I like Dempsey. So like I would if I played battle royale in Black Ops 4, I honestly would grind. You little fuckhead. I would honestly grind. I like, you know, I would grind for Dempsey because I would like, you know, it's a OG skin that, you know, it pops out to me, but you know, necessarily in Fortnite, you could grind to get, you know, if you don't want to spend your money on the game, you could buy the battle pass and then get the V-Bucks from there, but it's like, you know, that just takes so much grinding and, you know, dedication and whatnot just to get, you know, just these single things.
You!
Oh, fuck.
And what I find really cool about BO4, what they did with their battle pass is you don't have to buy it. You're not forced to buy it. It's a thing that's open to
Yeah.
everybody. And Xbox and PC players can disagree that it's fair, just not fair because of the fact that PS4 is PS4 has exclusives or exclusive to, or Treyarch is exclusive to PS4.
Yeah.
PS4 is the best console out there, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And so people will disagree. It's like, oh, it's not fair. You guys get this earlier, but you still get the same
but-
thing, just on a different
Also,
timeline. You know.
speaking about that, even though this has to do with Fortnite too much, it's like, yeah, but the thing is, they only have to wait like a week. I remember back when, like, you know, Xbox was the thing, like, we had to wait for like a month, didn't you? You had to wait like a
Yeah.
lot longer than
Yeah.
a
You
week.
have the DLC was 30 days earlier for PS4 than it was for Xbox and PC.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, it's you know, it's you know, PlayStation thing, you know.
Yeah, like you know our PlayStation, like the reason, like you can have you could love Xbox, but yeah, like you can't get, I don't want to say salty, but you know, or jealous, but you can't just get mad over the fact that, like, I don't mean to brag or anything, but like PlayStation is being successful. It's actually a PlayStation that if you have PlayStation Plus, it's a free skin. So like if you're like one of those guys who play PlayStation but don't only play Fortnite and you play other online games such as like Rainbow Six Siege or Dead by Daylight or Realm Royale or Minecraft or just whatnot, etc. Any game that involves PlayStation Plus, and you're looking forward to play Fortnite, you have that option to get a skin, not having to waste your money on it. Like, you already have PlayStation Plus, you didn't know it and everything. It's just really cool.
Yeah. I
Hey,
think we
'cause,
should,
yeah,
I
it's
think we're straying a
just-
little. Well, this is an interesting conversation. I feel like we're straying a little bit too farther from our main topic, so I think we should, like, turn it back a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
About
Yeah.
the Marshmallow event, bro. So I'll pump to you guys to.
Yeah, with
Dude,
that Marshmallow,
sounds good.
I'm hyped because Marshmallow's a pretty good artist, and just because of the fact of
Yeah.
fame he has and all the people that are checked him, this could be a
Yeah,
really good move for Epic on their
while I
part.
don't play Fortnite anymore, I think that is actually a really cool event. And I think those events are actually really cool. You know, like the meteor, the
Yeah.
rocket, like they're actually really cool. And you know,
But
even though I don't play,
but the New
even though I
Year's
don't play
thing too, you
Fortnite,
know, there's fireworks and music and all that
Yeah.
cool stuff.
and
And
I
like it
want to say
actually
this
got
right now.
people to.
I want to say this right now. Even though I don't play Fortnite, don't be that guy that decides to pull. Okay, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I'm gonna say like something really screwed up. But don't be that guy that murders everyone because you want your damn KD, alright? Don't be that
Yeah.
guy. Because you're gonna
It's
get
like-
raped by 99 other people.
Yeah.
Understand that.
Understand that it's just a game, and just because other people sweat
Yeah.
and try hard, doesn't mean you have to. Doesn't mean you have to be the best, even though that's what
Yeah, like-
gaming's really all about.
Like we're
Sorta,
not saying
it's
you
sorta
can't
really
be
all about that.
dedicated.
I don't think
like,
it can
you
be
know,
that,
like-
but at the same time, you know, that can be like
Yeah.
too much, you know.
Like
something really
we're not
fun.
saying you can't be dedicated towards the game, but like at least like instead of like we understand that in your opinion you find like if you play Fortnite on a daily and you just want to get better, like yeah we understand that you can do you, but like just like I wouldn't say give other people a chance, but like just keep in mind that there's people like that want to play that want to get a dub and want to like yeah I understand you want to get a dub and improve your status and whatnot, but like just like like don't only forget that Fortnite's just the main thing. Like you have other games that are successful that are going on right now that are new that are just whatnot like
Even
great.
games that aren't new, kind of like Ark Survival.
Yeah.
That game is amazing, and not many people talk
Yeah.
about it just because of the fact of all these other games pumping out, like Fortnite and BO4 and all these other
I feel
games.
like Angel really actually is in a very good position to talk about that because you are. I don't know if you're still. I'm pretty sure you're not because I think you were talking about that you weren't. But you were on a team. It wasn't a professional team or anything. But you were in a Fortnite
Yeah,
team,
yeah.
a competitive team nonetheless.
And yeah, it was a clan called Ozone, which like I posted everything on my channel, so if you guys just wanna feel free to come and see what happened, just
Shameless plug. Shameless plug. Shameless plug on the podcast.
Anyways,
Yeah, like,
Gabe, what do you want to add to this conversation? You know.
Wait,
but
what?
we Gabe, we all know that you're very into
Gabe.
BO4 and whatnot.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So like.
Like,
thing
what are
about-
your opinions on the Marshmallow event and whatnot?
It's cool and all, but see, I'm for sure going to that event. Hell yeah, but
Mhm.
some people who might be at that event, the only problem is, I
Yeah,
think they
yeah,
should
like,
make like Jay-Z said to me earlier. They should make a limited time mode where no one will die, so
Hell
they can
yeah.
just watch the concert. You know?
Yeah,
I feel
because,
like they should make a
yeah.
playlist that just chills on the thing, or maybe just comes in and out when these events happen, like dependent on the event. Like this would be one that I would for sure activate it for, just so people
Yeah.
can't kill
Yeah.
people in that area. Like for example, if you're in that
Uh-huh.
general area at Pleasant Park, your weapons get disabled, or you just can't shoot, or you just can't hurt anybody
Yeah,
else, because it ruins the fun for others.
Yeah, it's like speaking of the dedicated people, or the people that take Fortnite seriously. Like if you're gonna go to that event, and I don't want to, I don't mean this in any offensive way, but if you're gonna be a dick about it and kill everyone just because they want to see the event, imagine how they like, not how they would feel, but just imagine what you're doing just to improve your KD. You're taking away people's chances and moments to see this limited time event happen, at a certain time and possibly cannot happen again.
Yeah.
Considering that
Yeah,
it's
you can-
Marshmallow, I know there's a lot of Marshmallow
Yeah.
fans out there that play Fortnite.
And you can, you know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this right now. You can see that. Oh, look at these kids. What the hell are they talking about? I play this game 24 hours a day. I'm a professional player. And you know what? Congratulations to you. You know what? You earn my respect for that. If you can play a game like that and be that good at it, you know what? You are good at that game. But just try for like a day, not to be that guy.
Yeah.
Nobody likes that guy.
We're not like.
Because I believe the Rocket event, there was some kid who got new
Yeah,
solo world
oh.
record because he killed
Yeah,
21 people from
Yeah.
knocking
Yeah,
them off the
he
ledge.
dropped down. Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah.
Everyone built a big ass stairway, and it was just, he was saying, "Oh my God, I think this would be funny."
Yeah,
To,
like don't
know,
be that
although
guy.
he-
Yeah, sure, if he
Yeah.
killed like 60 people at one time, but it took no skill.
uh-huh.
If you do it like in
Like-
a regular game, guess what? You're the world's
Yeah.
greatest player, and you can't beat that. It should be
Yeah.
facts. And
Like, although,
Anyways.
yeah, just, and yeah, like, just, we should just talk about
Oh
you
hey, I
know,
got a
Fortnite
viewer.
and Marshmallow, like, and you know, wasn't, we should just talk, like, let's talk about how Marshmallow was introduced to Epic and whatnot. Wasn't he introduced because of Ninja?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Ninja
Ninja.
tied him into this whole thing.
Yeah, that's
If
like,
anything, this conversation should be directed towards Ninja, but not in a non-hateful way, because I know he's had enough of
mhm,
that.
Yeah.
This is mainly
and
a
like,
Chain
Epic Games
sniper.
is kind of use. Streams.
yeah,
You gotta love when there's evidence. Um,
What the
this
hell
is
is that, man? You
mainly.
know?
Yeah, but this is kind of mainly directed towards how people, like, iconic people. Like, let's say we have Donald Trump right now play Fortnite, then you'd have every mother and everybody and their grandma on the planet play Fortnite if they aren't already. And when it comes to Ninja, he's been playing since, like, the Halo days, the competitive Halo
yeah,
days.
Yeah.
So when he heard about Fortnite, they're like, okay, let's give this a shot, and then it kind of just brought him success, and now he has a
Sex.
job. Sex.
Sex.
No, that's
You fag.
um. It brought him a success and his job that he has now, and that's playing video games. And then it kind of got the attention of other artists like Drake
Yeah.
and Marshmello
Yeah.
because they want to hop on that profit train
There
of
was,
playing
yeah,
video games.
there was a really big argument with, I don't want to say Drake and Ninja, but just like what happened to them, because, you know, one day they're playing together, and then the next week or so, you know, they're saying
They're
that,
in a beef. They're
like,
in a
I
big
think,
beef.
yeah, I think Drake said that Ninja used him for more clout, or, you know, just to get more popular, yeah. And like, you know, it was kind of cool to see them play together, but like, yet, there was just this big argument about what happened, like, oh, did Ninja use Drake, or did Drake use Ninja, or did, like, you know, because I'm pretty, in my opinion, I just felt that, you know, like, you know how you always have that, like, that one game that you swear you're gonna play a lot, but then, God, Jesus, you know, like, you swear you have that one game that you're gonna play a lot, but then out of nowhere, just, like, you know, you just lose, and, like, you know, we played the Forest, and now, like, you know,
Destiny. Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah, we stopped, like, I know Jay-Z still likes it,
Yeah,
like, you know, we would,
I feel like the problem with Destiny is that they just started pumping out either too much content or too little, or they started giving out content that would go instantly. It would just go away, and you couldn't make it. You couldn't do the best of it. You couldn't make the best of it because of how short it was. And I will agree, the Forsaken of DLC, that was fantastic. That was absolutely stellar and a very good move on their
I
part.
wasn't the biggest fan of Destiny. It was really soft. Again, this is
It's
really back
very
to,
good DLC.
Yeah, again, let's really back into like our main conversation. And by the way, we're not doing this because we're trying to get caught because it's Fortnite. No, we're doing this because this is an interesting conversation.
yeah, like, you know, you see
And
Logan Paul, this happened to Logan
we
Paul
literally
too.
came up with this like 2 minutes ago. So
Yeah, Logan.
Yeah.
I happened to Logan Paul. They made it. I believe they made a video, and they thought like they realized how good or how interesting the conversation was, and how possibly interesting it could be to others. Same with us. You know, we had a conversation about personal stuff, etc. It was, you know, it's gone
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But we had a
Anyways.
conversation. We were like, damn, this was an actual, you know, interesting conversation. You know, why not? Let's talk about something else and just have fun and
Yeah,
express
we-
Interesting
our
conversation
opinion.
happening
decided to,
during
you know,
the
make this
real
a thing.
YeeT hours.
Yeah, you guys can look forward
Yeah.
to this. Like we said, every Saturday, right? Every Saturday night.
Yeah, and
Every Saturday.
yeah, and like,
We'll
you know,
have
Saturday
feel
and
free
a
to,
Friday.
we can have, you know, we can have also Homeboy Happy, Crimson.
yeah, we
Brian.
still have other people, like, we have Leo, you know,
Yeah, Leo,
and,
he'd be-
you know,
he'd be
who
really
knows, maybe
fun.
we'll have someone else that, I guess, that'll give their opinion, or, you know,
Yeah,
don't
man,
be
we
afraid
kinda gonna
to
get
comment
Ninja in
down.
here. I mean,
Like,
Yeah, because
don't
I
be
know,
afraid to
I know, I
comment down
like
your
to do,
opinion, too.
I like to do open lobbies, or I like to add back people who watch the
Yeah.
streams, you know, the podcast. So don't
We
feel free to add,
appreciate
because
you guys.
I do have the social bar that pops on the top left. Feel free to add me on
Yeah.
Instagram, Twitter, or on my PlayStation. Just DM me. Let me know if you ever want to pop up on the podcast. We'll hop you on and just
keep
make
in
sure you can
mind
get
that you
there
have
at the
to
time.
be able to be civil about it, and you're not.
Yeah,
causing
don't-
arguments. We're trying to
be a
have just
complete troll.
conversation and share our opinion.
Mhm.
We're not
Like,
going to
yeah,
judge
just-
you.
I'm all-
We're not
I-
gonna judge
Mhm.
us.
I don't have 1K subs. I'm not on TV. I only have 100 subs. It's not like you're gonna get any type of clout for trolling a
anyways,
small
let's,
YouTuber.
you know, let's chill out. So now,
You guys,
Gabe,
you
have
guys
anything
wanna,
add,
wait,
Gabe, real quick?
hold on, do you guys wanna, talk
Post
to them
game.
about,
Post game.
what do you want to call it? You guys want to talk to them? Hold on. Well, I was gonna say that you guys want to see like what their opinion is about if we have a group channel or just a channel dedicated to just that. 'Cause, you
Like
know,
I
we kind.
said, me personally, I'm not gonna make this into a separate channel. I'm just gonna put this in my own channel along with my other content.
Yeah.
But this is something that I'm just gonna, do,
This is
Yeah.
something that's in the works. This is something that just kind of came
Yeah.
up, and honestly, it's a good idea because it does help
Uh-huh.
us. This could help us all in a very emotional way, because as in we can talk about pretty much anything on a podcast, not just video
Yeah.
games, and that's kind of what was the
Yeah,
main
we can
focus
go.
with this.
Yeah, we can go.
that might be the main thing. If you guys have a request, if you guys want to talk about, some
Yeah.
other things, some deep
Yeah.
things,
Exactly.
we are totally down to do that.
Just, yeah.
And
We
Feel
want
free
to talk
to.
about something serious,
And-
me and Storm here, we're kind of the quote-unquote therapists. We got you all, Y'all ever need advice? That could be relationship, life. I got your back, even though I might
Yeah,
be young. Oh,
'Cause
my
we-
family's
we've
been through some
that
stuff.
Yeah.
My family has gone through quite a lot of stuff, so they kind of talk. Same thing that my family has said. Feel free to share. It's not bad to share
Yeah.
advice, or
Hey,
not bad to
so,
share love around the world.
I think we should turn it back. You.
Once again, like if you guys do drop your feelings, just like keep this in mind. If you're afraid to, don't be afraid, because we're not here to judge you. We're not here to, crucify you. We're not here to just, make fun of you. We're not here to bully you. We're just here to see what other people think and see what their opinions are.
We're just
about
here to.
be willing to accept other people, because fact of the matter is that when we're gonna put this out of here, fact of the matter is that when we're gonna put this, people are gonna judge us. That's normal. As long
Yeah.
as you're not doing it in any valid way, you have the right to judge us.
As long as it's
that's
like,
something that when you put something on public, you need to understand that it's your opinion. It's somebody's opinion, and there's nothing you can do about that. And you're gonna have to leave it there.
Yeah.
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 So, I
And
think we should,
when it
turn
comes
on-
to talking about just one quick thing before we go back to the whole marshmallow and the event uptick. If you want to talk about your feelings, etc., just keep in mind with how far you're going with it. And if it seems something serious, then you should talk to a counselor, somebody that's beyond our
Yeah.
authority level. Because if it's something that involves life taking or someone else's life being taken, then you should probably talk to somebody more in.
Yeah, like if you guys,
let's talk about. What should we talk about?
we could talk about the past really with Fortnite. And, like,
Yeah,
no,
honestly, speaking of that kind of, I think the problem with Fortnite, as we were talking about a little bit earlier, is that it's not really newbie friendly, and I think the problem
Yeah.
with that is that people complain about the fact that, people are, try hard about it, and the fact of the matter is that, yeah, I feel like they should have a ranked and a cash, kind of like
yeah,
you know,
that'd be.
Rainbow has, because Rainbow is that game that can be taken seriously, but hell, if you watch us play it, we have a hell of a fun time if we're not smashing the controllers, because we got peek player Rook peeking up the window, spawn peeking us like the little faggot that he is.
But yeah, like just
But at the same time,
Because
like, play recruit, blow some dude's head open.
And
it's a great
I
event.
feel like Epic Games is sort of fixing that issue with like Team Rumble, because that's an area where whenever I play just to warm up, I see a lot of noobs, a lot of people who don't know what the hell they're doing, are just sitting in a little tower, staring around and kind of enjoying the scenery, kind of like Gabe was about a year ago,
Yeah,
staring at the
sitting in the
grass while I
grass,
was
man.
dying on my
Yeah,
knees.
yeah,
But that's
yeah,
besides the point.
Yeah, let's not talk about
The
that.
point here is that we need the Epic Games need to open up to having more casual appeal as it had in the
Yeah,
beginning
and
of its days of
I
Fortnite.
think, correct me if I'm mistaken, but I think that what you know how there's the rain or the tournaments or the pop-up cups or
The
whatnot.
pop-up cups,
You know,
yeah.
there's that stuff. I believe so. The more points you get matched up with the people around the same amount of points as you. So, like, say you have
Like, I
Yeah.
think
17
if
points.
you guys remember at all, YeeT, do you guys remember a showdown? Like when the first, like, the first, like, I guess tournament or
Oh
competitive
yeah,
mode that came out?
yeah.
I feel like
No,
that
showdown,
should
I
be
think.
the tournament, and that should be like the ranked mode. Because there, I know that you got your ass sweated out. And I
And
feel
yeah,
like they
this
should have that cash and rank, like
yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
that's something
that's
that's necessary for
like
the health
yeah,
of the
like.
community.
And also,
Yes.
I believe,
But-
like, I don't get me mistaken. If we're, speaking of Fortnite, I used to play Save the World a lot, and I don't know about you guys, but I miss trading with other people in the global chat. But I'm not sure if Jay-Z, Gabe, or Albert. I'm not sure if you heard of it, but they took out the global chat so people couldn't get scammed no more for trading, which I think, it is. I can see how it's reasonable, but at the same time, I don't get it because. People made that choice to trust this other person with their weapons that,
Yeah, I see
if
what
they
you mean.
traded for,
I
they
feel like
grinded
there's also
for.
that, sometimes with that kind of stuff, I feel like sometimes game developers like I understand the meaning, and and somewhat that's a good idea. The fact of the matter is that sometimes things that's gonna happen. If you're gonna add a global chat, that's what's gonna happen. In the trading
Yeah.
system, there's gonna be scams, and I feel like when you implement that, it's something to be expected, and it's
Shit.
something that you need to understand. But it can also bring a lot of good, and you have to balance the
Yeah.
good with the bad. And while it is
Exactly.
really cool, and then you can do like here legitimate trades. I feel
Mhm.
like taking out something completely like that immediately. I don't think that's a very good idea.
In
That's
my
why I
opinion,
stopped.
in my opinion, what I feel like they should do with that is have an actual trading system. Like you can also trade if you wanted to, like with your buddy
Yeah,
in your own
actual
world,
trading
one-on-one.
game mode and
But
which you
they
don't.
should not even a game mode, just an actual system that you can go into, kind of like Borderlands does, where you have this own little interface and you have to both agree on the trade, and you
Yeah.
can if you want to do the whole drop and pick up thing, but have an actual system so if somebody knows they're getting scammed or not, and that would
Yeah.
that fix most issues. That'd probably fix most
Because
issues.
yeah, like this, like I understand that Fortnite still needs to, like they're still improving, they're still doing what they're doing. Like I don't know if there used to be this thing where you would place a trap on the wall, and like you can because people used to scam by saying, oh my Tommy gun is a power level of 82, but it would really be like 30 or 15, and you trading a 106 Gravedigger for that Tommy gun. Like, there used to be a thing where you could actually put the weapon close to the wall so they could see the power level, it's the actual weapon. But then, like, people soon figured out that if you did it with the metal wall, if you did the same thing and you upgraded the metal wall, you could go through the metal wall and take their weapon. That used to be a thing, which, it really sucks. But, like, playing, I miss, waking up in the morning, just grabbing a coffee, coming out, to trade with actual reliable people. Like, maybe, who
Sound like
knows,
a
maybe those people
30-year-old
could be,
grabbing a coffee.
reliable, and maybe you could
Future
play with
job.
the people that you trade that are, just, that don't scam you. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I feel like
you have to,
sometimes in life is that's something
Yeah.
that needs to be expected. And
yeah, like,
that-
it's gonna happen. Like, if you trade with people and save the world, and you haven't seen scammer get scammed or just scamming you or just I've been scammed videos, like you have to also go with that oh I have a feeling I might get scammed. And if you have that feeling, you don't always have to trade for it, because you have to have, at least I used to have proof that, like, oh, send me a video clip, or send me just how do I know I can trust you, or like there used to be a thing where
like, bring out like solid evidence.
yeah,
I feel like that's
because
something
not
that,
just
with that as well is that people make mistakes, and that's not the game's
Yeah.
fault. That's that one person's fault. And while it does suck to see a man suffer through his mistakes, matter of fact is that it was his mistake.
and like what the I think I was going to say trading. Oh yeah.
Hey,
So
Gabe. Yep.
I was gonna say, when people used to trade, they used to do, oh, if you come to my base, I'll give you host privileges, so I can't kick you. But like, there's that fact like, oh, if I have host privileges or edits, how do I know that there's not, you can't just, edit through something and come, because they used to do that. They used to say either you won't get edits where you can edit anything you want and not get hosts so you can't kick people, or you get hosts so you can't kick people but you can't edit, so you can't tell if they're actually editing it the right way or if they're editing something beneath you or just whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, but what are your opinions on like tradings and stuff when it comes to trade systems in Fortnite?
You got me at a bad time. Fuck.
Eating
His
food.
mouth. Yeah.
Eating meat, I mean, if Joseph was here,
Honestly, my opinion when it
background.
comes to trading systems is just make it an actual system. Don't do something kind of like what Fortnite did. Honestly, that's something they should learn, because that right there, that's a mistake on them. They shouldn't make something so loose or like let them. How do I say it? A more like a relaxed state. Because when it comes to trading stuff, especially things that you grind for, that kind of takes a high priority. Because that's a thing that somebody took the time and effort to obtain. So when it comes to trading and stuff, I feel like games should have like a good, reliable, and secure system, so people don't get scammed. And then when they get mad about it, they can't do anything because that's on them, because they took the risk. So then the actual game creators can't do anything about that.
And I was going to say like,
whack.
Like if they have a thing like in Fortnite right now where they could see the population of what happened to what you want to say the world, like they could tell, like you could add the global chat and think about it. People would be able to trade with each other, which meaning that they say, oh, I can actually do successful. This kind of looks fun to trade with other people. That gets them more money because, think about it. More people buy 1,000 V-Bucks than 2,800 for $25. Like, if I know Silver Worlds could be $50, but you could wait and like that's a better way of getting more money, or just people grinding for V-Bucks. If you actually think about it, people take the game seriously and always don't have that money. If you buy Silver World and actually want to grind, you could get V-Bucks to get like, for example, you can grind Silver World to get that V-Bucks for the new Marshmallow skin that's out right now.
Yeah. That could also help, like, we're grinding for V-Bucks to get, like, Battle Pass, let's say, so you don't have to waste $10 to get the Battle Pass.
Thank you.
But yeah,
another topic still on Fortnite here. Another topic is their bugs and issues.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't really ever pay enough attention sometimes when it comes to that, unless it's a very major or drastic problem. For example, with the Infinity Blade, that wasn't a bug or an issue, but nobody liked it, and it took them a good 2 or 3 weeks to get to it, and nobody liked it at all. They got lots of negative reviews in the first week of it being active, and nobody wanted it.
Yeah, talking about that, why did they add that into like the pro, like esport matches?
That's another good idea. Thanks for bringing that up. That's another good thing. They should make an individual, like, dedicated server, or just a certain area that you need a, like, it's in the menu too. When you hit R2 or whatever button you have, it says custom matchmaking key. That whenever they do their pros or whatever, they should have that. But we're all exotic. I don't know what they were called them, but all the legendary weapons are disabled. So you don't have people running around like Thanos with double the shield and health with the sword and slashing everybody until the final circle, because that just kind of has the people who with no skill or lower skill than any other pro players in the pro events, give them a better chance at winning, which is cool and all, but you're doing it with a very, very, very low amount of skill, and it kind of is just unfair for the rest of the people who are actually trying and who quote unquote trained for this.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Jesus, I'm hungry. Really don't know what else to talk. I mean, I guarantee we're still missing more about Fortnite, and I'm kind of clueless about what else to talk about. Future. Oh, we could talk about future events that that or opinions that will think that'll bring out Fortnite even more.
Season 8.
Oh, season 8 would be, yeah. But like that's the thing.
I
Like,
want prediction for season 8 or nah?
They should add game modes, like, or testing game modes, so that way, it's not actually in the game. Like,
They
what
should
do what
do what Brawlhalla is doing. They have this little game mode where it's called like Test Lab or something, and essentially whatever new features, maps, or different tweaks to the actual game that will affect gameplay, in one game mode, one specific game mode, and then they tell you what's going to be tweaked and what's going to be changed. So then, when you play, you know, you can see what's going to be new, and then they can get better. You can get better feedback instead of throwing it into the main game, and then, you know, not everybody not having fun for a good period amount of time until they fix it or revert back to the previous version.
Yeah, I feel
Like,
like beta testing
yeah.
is very important. And when
Because,
those
like, you know,
I mean, not only from like,
honestly.
you know, actual like beta. Yeah, you were saying? My bad.
Like not only would it be you know, successful, but just, you know, it's a more efficient way, more like cleaner way. Because, you know, personally me, if I found out that they added, you know, the Thanos punch or the sword, and it was, you know, in what I heard, overpowered. If I find that out, I don't wanna, you know, go into a solo match, try to get a dub, but then have people constantly spam the sword on me, like, you know, just like, and I get it, like, you can build, but there's just, you can build, but at some point you're gonna die because you only have a limited amount of mats. Like, you know, they're just gonna keep clicking R2 until they see the victory royale pop up on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like again, like they should have with the sword thing, talking about that, they should have done it exactly like the Thanos did. That should have been its own game mode, not public. It should have been its own game mode, like the Thanos game mode.
Cause see
Like, I remember, like, the
that's what
sword
I
was
enjoyed a lot
regular.
about the Thanos thing, cause I could play without Thanos or without having my big purple dude going up my ass, cause it wasn't a separate game mode, so I didn't have to worry about some big purple dude looking like Barney hopping on top of my build on him trying to get a solo win. You know, and all I had to do was hop in a separate game mode. But then this Blade came out and I had to worry about it, and I lost a couple games to it, and it very angered me, and I kind of felt angry with the community as well.
After two
But
snipes,
it's kind of teaching Epic how to deal with the game that's getting so popular. Because the only game they've ever had that's been very popular was what's it called? Gears of War. And that was a whole completely different thing because they didn't update it to add new content every so here and then like they're doing with Fortnite. So it's kind of a new experience for them, so I don't 100% blame them, but at the same time they got to know what they're doing if they're going to manage such a big industry or such a big company of a game.
Cause yeah, one little move could screw up your entire game. Like, it's like if I was really, you know, judgmental, and really like, you know, not like if I was just really about an opinion and I stuck to my opinion, I would like. But the sword, I thought the sword was cool until I used it and found out that it was, in my opinion, it was overpowered, and then I dropped it by accident, and having someone else come and just show you what it feels like to get demolished by a sword just kind of, you know, just like, if it just feels terrible. And if I were that guy that was really judgmental, I would have been like, you know what, fuck this game, and I would have deleted it and whatnot.
yeah.
Because when it comes to big changes like that, it should be fancy word quarantined, so it doesn't affect the core game itself. Because then people, you know, will be upset as they were. And another thing when it comes to listening to community is the whole planes thing. Because I get it, new vehicles, that's pretty cool and all, and I feel like they should add boats to Season 8. Honestly, add more water things. You know, wink wonk. When it came to the planes, they should reconsider what they can and can't do, because right now they're at a somewhat balanced area, but not 100%, because they can still wipe people off by literally flicking them off with the wings and completely
Or
wipe
just
everybody.
pushing them off. Like, honestly, yeah, that's what I kind of think. Like, fall damage with the plane, like, you know, it's funny to
Jackie for
kill
the
someone
subs.
by launching them off the damn base at the same time. Like, that's kind of, you know, imagine having someone in their plane just constantly just knocking. You know, I get that you can shoot it and at some point break it, but you know, you're gonna constantly be building, and he's just gonna ram into you. Like, you don't, if you think about it, you won't have the time to shoot him because you're focused on building.
I should have said that anyways.
Oh man.
Yeah,
So
I
game, but-
think we're ending. We got like a not that little time, but we're running a little bit.
We got like
Yeah, I was
17 some minutes left.
Minus
14 some minutes
at
left.
the same time. I don't know. So I think we did our main thing, but as you guys can see, we're kind of running out of ideas. So this is going to be a one-time thing. I think for the most part, we're going to stick to things. Maybe at the end, we might switch things up again. So
Yeah.
What do you think we should talk about for the last few minutes? Couple minutes.
What what are
Let's
future
see about
goals
it.
for our channel?
Yeah.
With this
Oh, yeah, speaking
podcasting,
of
honestly,
channels,
I wanna try taking this more to like other socials, not just Twitch and YouTube, because
yeah,
you know that's cool and all. But if we could take the podcast to an actual just an audioable level where it's just audio and doesn't have any of the gameplay at all, that'd be
like we
fantastic. You know?
could, yeah, we could like mess around and play other games. I was gonna say, speaking of channels, Gabe, what's your channel? Cause in case you're looking for to making videos, we could shout you out and
Yeah.
help you.
So it's the word turtle space
Uh-huh.
hermit 1987.
Okay.
No
I'm
space
putting
in
it up on
between
my.
the 1987 and the hermit. So it's just
Alright,
turtle
you
space
guys see it
hermit
now.
1987.
There's people on my channel watching. You guys can see his channel. Make sure you just subscribe. Tell him I sent you. And
I only
don't be
have
a
3
dick about it.
subscribers, please.
Can always just rewatch the
Unless
stream.
he's here anyway.
Rewatch the stream. He'd listen
Yeah.
to that. And if to be repeated, it wasn't Kermit, it was Hermit. Not
Yeah,
okay. Hermit.
God.
H-E-R-M-I-T. Hermit.
Yo.
That was Turtle
I feel
Hermit
like with the future of my
19
channel, just
what?
because of all the time I have on my hands, I feel like on my channel is just going to be dedicated to streaming and launchpad covers.
Yeah.
As I won't have enough time anymore to make actual videos because I don't have the time and I don't have an editor and I don't have money to pay a editor to edit my videos.
For
Yeah,
me,
I'm gonna start
I will
streaming
still keep
every
up with the.
Saturday for my
You're
channel.
saying?
I'm gonna start streaming every Saturday starting next week. Because this is technically my video or stream for the weekend.
My this video probably won't be out until what, Sunday, Monday? As
For me,
it's gonna take me a
I'm
decent
gonna still
amount of
make
time.
my title videos. Since that is my main thing, but this will be something nice to add to the mix, something different. Because I've been uploading title videos for like a couple months, and what I do
Yeah.
enjoy that, I think it's time to spice things up a bit, and I think this will be an interesting thing. And I bought something for my channel, the Tilu tutorial thing. Oh god, I'm a real procrastinator, and I need to get back onto that. But I don't know when that's gonna come out anymore. I hope I can get it out.
Honestly, you could always ask for our help because that's something we can always help you in.
And
But that's honestly not something that should take too much or shouldn't be that much of a pain just because the fact it's
Yeah.
just simple basics.
Just
That could be like an easy like 7, 8 like 5 episode
Wow, okay.
thing.
Well,
and yeah, about
we
my
have
channel too.
about-
Wait, how much
we
time
have
do we have left? Because
we have about
We have
10
about 10 minutes.
left. Yeah, 10 minutes.
okay, I was gonna say yeah. So for my channel, I really don't know what the hell to do. How to keep you guys entertained. So if you guys can do me a humongous favor and comment in the comment section what you guys I should play, or if you have any advice on what you would
swear to
guys like
God.
to see. Because my goal is to just make you guys happy and entertain you guys, and yeah, it's pretty much about what I'm gonna start doing.
I feel like I already know where I'm gonna go with my channel. I honestly just want to focus it more on
Down the drain.
live
I mean,
streaming and music. There might be a moment where once I get all my music stuff situated, I will probably make an individual music channel and do streams of what I'm producing. But that will be into pretty far into the future. But that will be a thing that I am considering.
So yeah, it's you said we got like 10 minutes left, right?
About
Yeah,
9
fuck.
minutes.
9 minutes.
Yeah, 10, 9,
Alright.
So yeah,
You guys want to talk about how those
so
games
how
going?
about we start planning what we want to talk about next? So obviously
we
you guys
could-
can comment what you guys want, but
Uh-huh.
for the time being, let's talk about what we think we should do. I feel
don't
like
forget,
we
guys.
could talk about. I feel like something cool we could do is talk about the Carrera update for Rainbow Six Siege. But since we also have Gabe
Oh,
or maybe
yeah,
somebody
that-
else, we could ask the opinion of someone who maybe doesn't play the game, and maybe have that kind of their
Me.
opinion on what they
Yeah.
think about it. I feel like that could be something
Yeah.
interesting.
And yeah, if you guys if you guys want to also like chat with us, while we're making this video, make sure to
Yeah.
add.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll put my
possibly or
Twitter
something.
like at the bottom and probably in the
Yeah.
description.
I have my social
Um,
tab on the top left when you rewatch the stream. If you ever watch it, social tab it
but yeah,
pops up
also
every
if you
so
want to talk
minute.
to us live,
So yeah, it's
I think the rainbow could be a thing. I think we could also play some
I
rainbow
feel
while
like-
doing the podcast. Just play
I
some
feel like
casual,
next podcast we could talk about more real world things. Cause even though we're mainly more for gaming and stuff, we could always talk about the real world, real
Yeah,
world
that's what you guys want.
issues.
Yeah, I'm thinking about kind of talking about Trump
Damn
and
it.
shit, you know? You guys, we
Yeah,
brought
let's
up
get
Trump.
together.
Yeah, with the whole
Social
government
media
shutdown.
suicide,
politics.
Yeah.
Let's go commit social media
Politics.
suicide.
Yeah.
If y'all want
We
that,
could
just
end our
comment
career
down
before it
below.
started.
That'd be pretty cool. Or, if you guys
As
just
much
wanna,
as my strength isn't, well, I mean my strength can be politics. We all want to throw in our ideas here.
Yeah.
I just have an opinion when it comes to mine. I never really
Yeah.
studied about the government and Mr. Trump. All I know is that when I've heard Trump can suck my dick, so yeah. We're taking Obama over his white, dried up, ugly ass.
Keep in mind, we're 15-year-olds. You don't know what the hell we're talking about.
I mean, for all
Yeah,
we know,
we're
Trump could be
just-
doing way much more better than Obama. But
For all we
from
know,
what
Trump
I've
could be
heard,
sleeping with another porn star.
yeah, he can honestly
Swear
just.
to God, I swear to God, if I go to Pornhub later tonight and I see something got leaked, I swear to God.
Nah, you're probably gonna see some damn Hillary Clinton and Trump build a wall together.
Bro, no. Don't even get me started what happened with Osuna. Y'all hear about what happened with him?
No, what happened?
Do you guys know the Spanish rapper Osuna?
Spanish rapper, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he got a sex video leaked. A gay sex video, better said.
Gay.
Oh,
Yo, about,
Oh,
probably
buddy!
about a week ago.
This podcast took a turn.
Yeah.
He got a sex tape leaked, and he wasn't involved in any of the sexual interactions, but he was there, spanking the monkey.
Was he in the background or what the hell was he like?
He was in the background. He was in the background spanking the monkey while watching two other dudes. Yeah,
shit.
but we're not a porn podcast. We're the real
Yeah,
YeeT
we're
hours. So
I'm pretty sure we were monetized. We just got demonetized, but hey, YouTube, you can suck your dick anyways. You're taking other people's money, but you can't take money that you're not even giving us, huh?
You might be able to take another's virginity, but you can't take mine.
you know why? Because my uncle already took it.
Alright,
No.
well, we are at the 5 minutes left, so I think it's time to end this one
Yeah,
hour
I'm just gonna-
conversation.
Yeah.
Just start wrapping it
So,
all up.
Don't forget,
Yeah,
you guys.
I think
We're
this was a
gonna.
very good, this was a very
This
good
is
idea.
pretty
We just
interesting,
not
even
have-
though it's our only first pod, but just our first podcast, we still kept it live, and there wasn't that
Again,
many blank
as-
moments.
We do plan on doing this. We said Saturday nights.
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
we're
but
all
like
available.
Yeah.
And it started like what, like at 9 or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So this was completely off.
Yep.
But
guys, and
again, if you guys
have-
have any suggestions that maybe work, and if we can, put together what our people think, maybe we can change it. We'll try to figure some stuff out. If you want something worked out, and if a greater number of people, the five, other 5 people that are watching this.
Sorry,
No.
I almost slammed my
Okay, that's
nutsack
the
on the
plan for
triangle
now.
button.
Again, so yeah, I think
Yeah,
this
that's pretty
was
much it,
very
guys.
good done. I think we can have
Yeah,
a lot of fun
States.
with this.
Holy shit! I mean,
We
We gotta
talked
talk about more
Fortnite,
topics so
talked
we can
about
get Gabe in
politics,
here.
We talked about our
Mhm.
porn interests. We talked about Jay-Z's weird interests. We talked about
Interests.
interests.
okay. Now we just
Interests,
found out Jay-Z
okay.
loves.
You're the one that pulled it up, so that's gonna be on you, mate.
No, okay, you know what? Just because I actually care about Hispanic news doesn't mean I'm gay. Okay.
Well, just because I watch gay porn and jerk off doesn't mean I'm gay.
Well,
Okay,
guys-
nobody needs to know about your habits here, buddy.
I
Oh,
think that's a good note to end on.
Yeah,
That's a
well,
very
yeah, I
good
guess
note.
so. Then again, this is the real Yeet Hours with our boy Sonic 459, also known as Jay-Z Vibes, Angel Pro, also
Oh.
known as Angel, Alberto here,
Mhm.
also known as Storm Chaser, Storm Gamer. If that's why you come, even though right now my name is just Storm Chaser. Then we got
And
our
we
boy
got
Turtle
Turtle Heart.
Helmet, also known as Gabe.
Hey.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
Turtle.
real Yeet Hours every Saturday at night. If you
And
want that change,
Yeah.
we can talk about it. And yeah, hope you guys have a good night. And you know, we're out.
Yeet Squad.
And
Out!
peace.